Hey everybody, good evening, and is today Monday? Today's Monday night. Or depending on whenever you happen to watch this live. Welcome. I am Christina Garrett. I'm very honored to serve the world as a productivity coach for superstar, incredible, dynamic women who are called to lead. In addition to that, I am very grateful to partner with companies, organizations, nonprofits, and foundations to help them to strengthen their networks, to create healthier work life balance, and to increase their family management. And so tonight, I am live just for a few minutes. My husband is coming home a little bit later than normal. And so I said, girl, you got 20 minutes? Let's go live for a few and talk to our people. And so I have been doing all the things today. And I'm just so excited for a few moments to chat with you all and be present tonight. It is one of my favorite things to do is to talk to our ladies. I think that you all are so remarkable and so incredible. And it is my honor to be able to speak just a little bit of life into you as you navigate and do all of the things. Okay. So I'm going to make sure that we are live. Yes, we are. And I'm going to go live on Instagram too. So y'all bear with me for a second. Um, I hope that everybody is feeling like the change of the season is reflecting something in your life. For a lot of us, we're trying to figure out the to-do list, what needs to happen next. We have so many different things that need to happen in our personal lives that for several of us, we're trying to, are we coming or going? Am I doing what I need to be doing, or am I finding myself stretched to capacity? And that's what we're going to talk about tonight for just a little while. We're going to go in on capacity, and then I'm going to hop off and I'm going to cook, and I'm going to make sure that my husband has something good to eat when he's on his way home. Because that's what good wives do, right? Something like that. Okay. All right. Go live on Instagram too. Hey, everybody. All right. So this evening, we are talking about capacity. The idea that I have space in my life, in my world, for amazing things to come to existence. I have seen across the board for many of us how we struggle with moving to the next level because we feel like we don't have space for it. Maybe you're one of those women who you feel challenged in a myriad of areas because you feel like you're running all the time and you're burned out. You just want to go to bed on time, right? Like, I'm just trying to figure out how to have energy to go to sleep on time. Maybe you're in a place of project management and trying to figure out who needs to have what and how all these moving pieces are going to come together. And you want to say yes to more things, right? You want to say yes to more stuff, but there's something that is lingering that is keeping you from saying yes, from experiencing a year of yes, from walking to the next level. Very often for us, it's because we are slow to make decisions. And a lot of times we are slow to make decisions because we feel like, this might not really be the case, but we feel like our capacity has hit a cap. Okay. All tonight, and I'm going to share some of the things that we talked about on our mastermind call this evening. All this evening, we were just talking about capacity. We were talking about what we have the bandwidth to do. We were talking about how we have certain goals that we keep close to us, right? I told all of our ladies, I said, you guys came to, good evening, to the mastermind. You came to coaching with very specific goals. Do you still have those goals close to you? I can ask you the same question, right? As you came into the new year, do you still have these same goals close to you? Or do you feel as though somewhere along the way, maybe we have let some things go a little bit? Maybe we no longer zero in on what matters. Maybe somewhere along the way, we have forgotten why we were pursuing that in the first place. Baby, we get you. We see you. There's no shame here. Okay. We don't have any shame. This is everyone's year of yes. Everybody wants to walk in and experience the next level. Here's the question. Does your capacity fit the next level? Or does your next level fit into your capacity? Now, if I were you, okay, which I have been you and all those things, um, I have had to learn not to be afraid of my own potential. Okay. Some of us, we're walking towards something really amazing, and we have a myriad of what ifs that come with this amazingness. Okay. We have a lot of what ifs. What if it works? What if it doesn't work? What if I'm right? What if I'm wrong? What if this is the key or the catalyst to the next open door? What if, what if, what if? What if capacity is a thought that we have and not really a circumstance or like a factual situation? What if it's just a way that I think about myself? What if that's the case too? Okay. So tonight during our coaching, we were talking about capacity and the idea that I can lean on my ideas or my imagination and all these things. I can lean on the what ifs, but I don't have to lean on them in a bad way. Okay. So you may say, well, what if this doesn't work? What if this doesn't happen? Like, these are not the things that we often say out loud. Usually we keep them inside. Okay. And I have thought these things long enough and coached women who think like this long enough that I know many of us are thinking the exact same thing. What if, what if, what if? What if it doesn't work out the way I planned? What if I try again and it doesn't work? What if I'm still the same person? Like, what if my tenacity or being relentless to pursue a goal, what if that hasn't changed about me? What if I'm still the same person? And I struggle to follow through. I can't tell y'all, and I say this with so much love, I cannot tell you how many amazing women I talk to every single week. Every week. And usually, whenever someone has hesitancy about taking the next step, it's because of one of three reasons. Okay. Sometimes they found me on the internet. They're not sure if I'm going to offer to coach them, and then they invest and disappear, which y'all know I'm not a disappearer. Sometimes they are unsure what productivity coaching really is. It's just helping you to get organized and helping you to do what matters most for the people that matter most. Okay. Help you to reach the personal goals that you've set without losing it. Okay. But a lot of times, there's a lot of women who they don't trust themselves. They don't trust themselves to be the person, where my water go? To be the person who follows through this time. Maybe there were other areas and places in their lives where they weren't the person that followed through. They didn't commit before. So even if they don't say it out loud, sometimes there's this lingering leftover feeling of, I couldn't keep up with it the last time. My capacity wasn't there the last time. What if I'm still the same person and I still don't have the capacity to do it? What if, what if, what if? Okay. And 9 times out of 10, maybe 99 times out of 100, when we think about what ifs, we don't think about the good what ifs, do we? We think about the what ifs that make us feel bad. We think about the what ifs that that make us feel depressed. We think about the what ifs that make us feel like a failure. If you've had failure in the past, what if this failure comes back again? I can't tell y'all how many Mamathon conference fails I have had. Oh, I've been giving all the tea to my ladies. I'm like, listen, I've had so many fails, right? I was telling one of the speakers that came last year, she has events too, and she was just sharing some of the challenges she had. I said, sis, I've had all the same challenges. Okay. I've had all the same challenges. I just cried my tears in year 2. I didn't cry my tears in year 7, 8, 9. I'm gravy now. It's still challenging. It's still this, it's still that, but I can see myself as an overcomer in this area. My spirit is already in November. That's how done my goals are. Y'all hear me? My spirit is in November. That's how done I am. So I have worked my capacity. I've gotten coached. I have coached enough. I have done it enough that I'm like, listen, instead of this right here, let's shift your mind over here. Okay. So my girl Asia on Instagram, she said, Chart, I'm changing my what if to even if. Okay. What if it doesn't work? Even if it does, even if all these things. I want to give this idea. Y'all roll with me. Okay. What about the idea of I get to control the outcome? I get to control the outcome. I could sit with all the what ifs I want, the even ifs too. Okay. All of these ideas, the ifs, are me putting responsibility outside of myself. Every goal I have, my responsibility. To show up for my people, my responsibility. To coach my clients to completion, my responsibility. To for the Mamathon conference to be fully sponsored and profitable, definitely my responsibility. My children feeling loved, my responsibility. My husband feeling like his wife is all about him, like, let me just go through a list of things that are my responsibility to do. And how many times do we not go through and checklist off all the things that we need to do to guarantee this success? We spend more time thinking on what if, even if, what about, instead of, I know if I do all of these things, I will absolutely hit my goal. And not in a scarcity way, not in a way like I have to hustle to get there, but instead, I know for sure if I hit this, and this, I will reach my goal. So I was telling my ladies, I'm like, okay, we're looking to partner with some different organizations this year. I want to do small business grants. Like, I have these ideas and these goals, and goals cost money. And so I was sharing with them, I was like, listen, there are certain organizations that I've partnered with and talked to that they may or may not be partners again this year. They're not my limit. Y'all hear me? They are not my limit. I could sit with, what if so-and-so doesn't sponsor again this year? I don't have time for that. It doesn't serve me at all. It doesn't serve me at all. Who do I need to go to partner with instead? Can I work on that in April, or am I waiting for the ball to drop in September? How in control are you of your own outcome? And what have you given away to somebody else that therefore affects the capacity you have? What have I given away? Who have I chosen not to be as a result of this yes, of giving this away? So every single time I think on it or I explore it, I'm like, wait a second, all of this is in my control. How do I know? Here's how I know. What would I do if I had to make it happen? Because it is no one else's responsibility for my results. It's mine. And I'll go even a little deeper. It is nobody else's responsibility for your dream. I could decide to turn the Mamathon conference into a clients only work weekend. And I could take the 30 women that I've been honored to serve over the last several months, and that's it. And that's it. I can decide I don't want to feed anybody else. I'm good. We don't need a DJ. We don't need a live musicians. We don't need this. I don't need any of that. Nope, I'm good. I don't need any of that stuff. I'll be the only speaker. Bring my money. Don't even worry about that budget. No, when I see Mamathon, I see big things. So it's my dream. And many of us, we feel like our capacity is limited to do our own vision. Nobody, and I told my ladies this tonight, nobody is forcing you to be this person. The person that you see in your future, that you feel like I'm going to become her, all this stuff. Nobody is grabbing you and forcing you to be this person. This is literally up to you. Like, you made your vision board. Y'all know how I feel about vision boards. You made the vision board. You put the trip on there. You put the big house on there. You put the multi six figure business on there. You put all this stuff on there. You to anybody else to help fulfill what God gave you. So your capacity matters. How much bandwidth you have matters. How you think about your goals and what you see coming to life, it matters. It matters. Because it's game changing, right? It's the difference between struggling and feeling like you're all over the place and feeling very grounded, right? Feeling very, I got this, feeling like I have the bandwidth for it, feeling like I know the next thing to do. That's a different conversation. It's a whole different conversation. What would it look like for you to be able to be that person instead? Okay. And so sometimes we have the what ifs. Most of the time when we use these what ifs, we lean to the negative. What if things don't go right? What if no one shows up? What if, with all the bad stuff? That's one thing. What if we just lean to the good what ifs? What if this changes everything for you? What if the person that you are this year, all of the no's before then were just the building blocks for where you're going next and all of this? What if that instead? What if we get the best what ifs? Okay. What if your capacity is waiting for you to stretch it little by little by little, like a rubber band? What if that's supposed to happen? What if you're literally a few steps away from the woman that you said you were going to be? What if that too? What if my next yes is what breaks the code? What if that next yes is what changes everything? Right? So most time we go to the negative what ifs. I would love to see if we can brainstorm on the good what ifs. What would that look like? What if as I connect with sponsors that support Black women, women's mental health, equity, justice, like all this kind of educational choice, all of this, as I work on that, what if I have too many sponsors that say yes? What if I have too many diaper sponsors? I love to think about that. How would I partner with multiple people who all talk about the same thing? What would that look like? Oh, I need to leave space during Mamathon conference weekend for sponsors who want to come on site and meet the women. This is good what if. Me allowing my capacity to be gently stretched by my own imagination in the best ways. Okay, in the best ways. And so I love the idea of walking into a year of yes. When my lady said something about a year of yes. I love the ideas of leaning on what if in a good way. Okay. And I love this notion of getting where you're supposed to be on time. And I've been talking with my husband a lot about this avenue of certain shifts that we're making as a family. And I'm like, God knows how to circumvent certain things to put you exactly where you are supposed to go. Okay. Asia says, what if I sell out and I have more clients than I can handle? You can handle any number of clients. You create a wait list or you go to group. That's it. You create a wait list or you go to group. You can tell people, I joined a mastermind I made a big investment. It was worth every bit. But I joined in February and early enrollment. The mastermind didn't start until July. Until July. And I was right there soaking up the extra information, the courses and all the stuff. And I quadrupled my investment. What if I invest in myself and nothing happens? That's impossible. No one gets worse through coaching. Okay? Nobody gets worse through coaching. You only get better. I was telling my ladies today, I was like, the kind of woman that y'all are going to become, the one who is resilient and relentless and resourceful, that comes up with it. I say, when you become that kind of person, you'll expect your clients to become those kind of people too. You're like, listen, okay, that's fine. Work it out. What do you need to do? Make it happen. Right? Instead of feeling as though I don't have the capacity for it. I'm limited in certain ways. Instead, what if I'm unlimited? What if I have the capacity? I'm looking at like how many people do I want to coach this summer, and can I move my clients to the mornings? That'd be interesting. What would that look like? Like just brainstorming on what my business this summer will be. And I'm looking at, I was talking to my husband about it. I was like, I have some clients now who are overseas, right? Which is really, really cool. And so I have a client she's in Portugal. And so I meet in the morning, which is mid-afternoon for her. And then I have a client who's in Japan, and I got to keep her at 5 in the afternoon because that's 7 o'clock in the morning in Japan. And I'm like, okay, I'm loving what this feels like discovering what next is. But if I didn't feel like I had the capacity to coach at 5 p.m., or if I didn't feel like I had the capacity to have more than a certain number of clients, or any of this stuff that comes up, it's just also trivial. Okay. So what if I have endless capacity and I get to decide how I spend my time, what I choose to do, how I choose to invest, and things of that nature? That's a game changer. That's the game changer. What if all the good things happen? And yeah, there'll be disappointments and emotional rides, and you'll have high days and you'll have low days, and you'll go back and forth between the two of them. It's going to happen. Okay. It's going to happen. It's a given. But if I choose to become the person that focuses on the better, that focuses on what is not in my face yet, but I just believe is happening, that's the very essence of faith. To say, you know what, I haven't seen it yet. They haven't sent me the email yet, but I just know it's happening. That right there is a game changer. Okay. So I'm excited to see what you all come up with. I'm excited to see what you create and produce. I'm excited to see the kind of women that you all will become when you lean into, commit, and fall in love with the capacity you have, and then learning to stretch it gently, just a little into what it really will become. Okay. All right. That's it for tonight. I'm going to go cook for my husband and breathe and decompress. And I will see y'all. Today's Monday, tomorrow ish, lunchtime ish. I think we can do a live at lunchtime. Okay. All right. That's it, everybody. Love you dearly. I'll see y'all next time.